Guys, on that day of match and match, I wanted to play smart. You know, I was like, I joined the crowd that was Hamana Samanagala Esamako Kalama Samanagala Ingazi. You know, I had to join the crowd because I didn't want anybody to know that I was a foreigner in South Africa. So I was the most vibrant one. Hey ma Samanakala, hey Samako. Kelema Samanagala Enga. Kinamana Samanagala, hey Samako. One South African guy saw me. The guy knows. He looked at my face. He was looking at me. I was looking at this guy. I was like, why is this guy looking at Wena? Why are you looking at me? The guy was looking at me like he was looking at the shape of my head. He was looking at my head, and he came close to me. He was touching my head. He now said, Wena, you're not from South Africa. I said, no, I'm from South Africa. Like my grandmother's uncle's sister's cousin's nephew is from South Africa. So my mother's cousin's sister's auntie is from South Africa. The guy was like, Wena, you are lying. You are lying. What do you mean by your uncle's grandfather, cousin, sister's nephew? What is the meaning of that? So I was trying to give him a sign. So because there are so many crowd, but the people were so agitated. So they were not really noticing what was happening between me and the guy. So the guy now called me. He said, come here. And I said, why? He said, follow me, Wena. So I followed him to one side. And he looked at me very well. He said, what are you singing? Sing that song. I was like, why do you want me to sing the song? He said, sing the song. I saw you singing the song. What were you singing? Sing that song. I was like, and I told him, let me just tell you the truth. Honestly, I don't know the song. Okay, I don't really know the song. The guy was like, now I know you're a foreigner. You're not one of us. He now said, raise your hands up. I want to see your armpit. I was like, why do you want to see my armpit? He said, my friend, raise your hand up. Let me see your armpit. And I raised my hand up. He now said, that you're a Nigerian. You're a Nigerian. You know, I perceived you from afar. I had to perceive you from afar. Now you are singing. You joined us on Match and Match. You want to confuse us. You want us to think that you're from SA, Wena. You are singing our songs. He told me that he saw me even singing Heshu Fule Hazangozo Heshu Fule Higadawazo Heshu Fule Higadegede Heshu Fule. I was so passionate singing it because I love these songs. So he now asked me that the song I was singing, Hama Samalahana Hesanako Helema Sumanakeda Ngazi. He said, what is the meaning? And I told him, I don't know the meaning of the song. He now said, listen, I have to tell you the meaning of this song. I don't want to hurt you. The Match and Match is not to hurt anybody. But I will tell you the meaning of this song now, so that you understand that you're risking yourself in this, joining this Match and Match. You are a foreigner here. Do you have your papers? I said, yes, I have my papers. He said, no problem. Now I'll tell you the meaning of this song. He now said, I've forgotten what he told me. He said, governments want your people or something like that. But because the place we will meet, that blood will flow. I was so scared. I said, blood will flow. I don't understand, Wena. Blood is like, are we going to kill? Like, where are we going to? Like, the place we are going to. Is there any celebration where we will kill like goats or chicken or maybe a cow and everybody will eat? Because you talked about blood. He said, no, that blood will flow like blood of human. I said, blood of human? What do you mean by? He said, yes, blood of human. Immediately I heard that. I said, okay, you know what? Please just allow me to go. You will not see me in South Africa again. He was like, before he could turn and looked again, I've disappeared. I disappeared immediately. That was how I landed in Zimbabwe. I didn't even know how I saw myself in Zimbabwe. Like, I saw myself at the Zimbabwean border. Because when you hear that kind of song, like I said, when you hear that kind of song, first of all, they don't need to explain it to you. You are supposed to know with your right senses that this song is not for, it's not for play. It's not for play. Nobody is joking. Nobody is playing with you here. It's a very serious song. Hey, ma zamanagala ngaji. That ngaji part. That hey, ma zamanagala ngaji. If you see the way I was singing it with so much passion. So much passion. I knew that song was a rebellious song. A very rebellious song. So, but no problem. I will return. I'm in Zimbabwe now, but I will return to South Africa. But before I come back, I'll have to do a lot of things. I'll have to get my papers ready. I'll shave my armpit very well. I'll always make sure I shave my armpit. Then I'll buy enough roll-on, because South Africans, they don't like you if your armpit is not acceptable. If your armpit is not armpitting, they don't like you. So then I have to learn how to wear shoes and avoid flip-flops so that at least I would blend a little. Yes, I would just blend a little. And then I don't have to shout all the time. Yes, I wouldn't want to shout at anybody. I'm coming back respectfully. Respectfully. And please, when I come back, I need you guys to teach me all the nice songs. I want to learn. I want to understand everything. You understand? Then this eshu fule ozogodogo eshu fule azagodogo eshu fule ezegedege eshu fule. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Ah, wow!